Defining moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2016 NCAA Division II Women's Field Hockey Championships, November 18th and 20th at W.B. Mason Stadium in Easton, Massachusetts. Visit ncaa.com/tickets for your tickets today.
Last night's game was, what we've been looking for. We played a lot of it in September and making sure that we're on this consistent upward climb coming into November. And defensively, with Sarah in the cage and Alex Dillon, Sarah Morse, and Mackenzie in the backfield, they're just stepping up in a lot of ways. So keeping their confidence up and their consistency in what they're doing, I think it's been a huge piece in what our success has been.
And I think it's tough to look past the fact that it is a new unit. And does that have this year, as far as the defense of those three playing together, has that kind of taken the year to kind of build? I know that you had a lot of success with shutouts early on, but does obviously, like I said, they're still a new unit. You can't look past that.
Yeah, they're a new unit, and other than Sarah Morse, they're a relatively young unit. So it's finding the pieces to come together when it's not going great. So, we had the early success, the shutouts early on in the season, and then a couple breakdowns, and I think the ability for them to come back from it, watch the film, break it down, and now that they're back in that confident mindset to outlet the ball, to make sure they're marking, it's been a big piece. So moving forward to post, I think it'll be a different game than it was in our first game with them, because we've fixed a lot of those pieces.
And you touched on this last night. You're defending well, not when it's up to them, but from the front line. And I know there's been a couple of times, even a novice as myself has been able to see how effective when you're pressing up front. Just talk about that piece and how the defense really does start up front.
Yeah, we've been playing around with a couple different systems, a couple different presses as well. So really implementing the full press last night. You could see when Casey and Spoons and our high mids were winning the ball, it made the job easier of the defense. And one thing we talk a lot about is adding that pressure from the forwards, and it might not always be for them to get the ball, but you'll find our center mids and our defenders picking up the ball and the intercepts because we're getting them to just throw the ball. So I think that has had a huge role in what the press has been and what our defense has been, is playing in the attacking 25 of the field.
This postseason is not new to a lot of these players of yours, and this is your second year through here. And do you see a confidence in some of your players, especially the seniors and juniors who have now been through two or three runs of this?
Yeah, we always say we seem to be a postseason team. We have those ups and downs as the season is winding down, and I've said before, I think you learn more from failure than success, and it has set us up for the postseason. And there definitely is an added confidence, knowing that we are defending back-to-back champions of the NE-10, and we're hosting this year the Final Four. I think they're walking onto the field, and we don't want our season to end on Friday, and I think they're playing with heart. And when you get to the postseason, you can have X's and O's and all the tactical situations that you need, but you need the heart and the effort to get far.
Friday at LIU Post, and I wouldn't say a full-fledged rivalry, but certainly since they've come into the league, these two teams have clashed a number of times in this tournament. What is it about them? And I kind of look at them as a team that kind of has some ebbs and flows in the middle of their year. They kind of mirror you guys. Just talk about, playing them again.
Yeah, personally, and I think for our group as a whole, we're excited to see them again. It was one of those games where we had an off day. It wasn't Stonehill field hockey. We talk a lot about playing our level of field hockey. We had some quick goals against us with LIU Post, and they are a strong team. They have some really great players, and the system that they're running, they're well coached. They're a big get the ball up the field, and they're going with speed. So a couple key players, Emily Miller, she was a player of the week 3 times this year for Post, and what she's able to generate in the attack. If we can shut it down and our defense plays a strong game, I have confidence that our attack will generate some goals.
It was home 3-0. What's going to change Friday to reverse that around?
Well, we've already changed a few things. So, our marking in the backfield in our last game against Post, we lost our mark a lot. So it's definitely been a focus throughout October and now into November. And we changed our system a little bit, so I won't get too far into it. But we did change our system to hopefully kind of have some layers to pick up the balls in the middle of the field.
What's going to be a key to keep this run going on Friday?
It's going to be every single person needs to come to play. So, it's a team of 11. You have 10 field players and our goalie back there. And if every person is doing their job, then we're going to come out with the win and hopefully be moving on to Sunday.